Alright folks, welcome back to the last video of Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals. Let's see. No, I'm not controlling this, by the way. You okay guy? I'm an okay guy. You can't get rid of me that easily. Unlimited sadness. That's a guy, though. Because as I remembered before, when it was too late, it is not Guy, but Cody who goes, "Boop!" Or Tia. I'm doing fine. We know this doesn't go well, though. Remember Lufia 1, folks? Did you go back and watch the Lufia 1 videos, the first 3 videos or so, before the end of this series? Did you? Salon.
We've finally done it, Maxime.
Are you alright, Salon? Your voice keeps changing back and forth between 2 accents.
Now, the world will be at peace once more.
That's right, I know. We can go home now.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I can't go with you. I'm too French.
Salon, what do you say?
I was hit when the Sinistrals ruptured. I can barely speak. I keep fluctuating between accents.
Salon, talk to me, Salon!
I really want. I wish I could go with you. And hold our son once again.
Kinda hoping the ending would change somehow. The shrine's collapsing, Antia, get us out of here.
Salon and Max are too far away. If we warp right now, we'll leave them behind. Blasted, can we do something?
Guy, Artia, save yourselves, go! Maxim?
War Chief?
I never made that joke this whole LP. Never made Artia call him War Chief. We've defeated the Sinistrals. The people need to know. You must be the messengers.
But
I can't leave Salon. Please understand. I'm a magic man. Let's go, Artia.
Guy, what are you?
Maxim wants us to go. If we can't all go, that leaves only one choice. It's pretty quick. You know, it didn't really bother me that much at the end of, or at the beginning of Lufia, but at the end of this game, when they've been through so much together that we've actually seen, it seems pretty cold-hearted, Guy.
Artia, come on! Maxim, I promise to tell the world about this victory. Please, you must try. Warp.
Salon, there will be a new era of peace now. I wish we could have seen it. Salon, I love you. I always have and always will. You're a nice, sweet lady, Salon. What the? The shaking has stopped? Oh, whoa, wait a second, folks. This isn't where we left things off at the prologue of Lufia 1.
Deus! You think you've won? I may not be able to destroy the world, but I still have this island that I can destroy.
What?
I'll drop this island into Parcelite. It will be my final act of terror. Ha ha ha! I'm a jerk.
Oh, he's a terrorist, folks. Sorry about that mic adjustment there.
He's a terrorist. Unbelievable. Drop Doom Island onto Parcelite. What am I going to do?
Iris? No, you're not Iris. I tell you, shut up, Iris. I feel your aura.
The same aura as a rim.
Why, you are the enemy, and you have helped me time and again.
That was a whole setup. It's a damn setup, King. This was a battle of judgment for us.
A battle of judgment?
That you exist and resonate with Dual Blade means people act apart from the Sinistrals.
Apart from the Sinistrals?
Quit repeating everything I say.
Everything you say?
The purpose of Dual Blade is to defeat the Sinistrals. Defeat them and you need them not.
Are you saying we do not need any help from super beings anymore?
That's right, I'm an agnostic or atheist or something. No humans still need faith. Eric brought Dual Blade wouldn't ring for at least 1,000 years. Eric the awful, lacking all the social graces. But Dual Blade began to ring, and thus I came to you to see everything in the end. But he helped you more than I should have. I don't know myself why I did so. So I did.
Iris, this island is falling towards Parcelite. You must know a way to stop it.
I already told you I helped you too much. I mean, yes, I can't help you.
But why not?
I am the mistress of death. It would be against my nature to save the lives of many. I love death. It's awesome.
But you have appeared now in the form of Iris.
Oh, I suppose you're right. Let me come back as a real mistress of death.
The Iris I know help me, and would wish well for those who's perished. It was because of you that I journeyed, because of you that I met so many people.
That's true. It's basically all me, isn't it? My time is running. My energy's fading, you see.
Tell me, please, Iris.
At the foot of this island, there are 3 mystic stones to control it. Destroy them to alter the course. Only a powerful aura can destroy the mystic stones. To destroy them could mean your life.
Gotcha.
With my final breath, I shall open the door. From hell's heart I stab at thee. For hate's sake, I spit my last breath at thee. But I shall open the door even below. There is little time left before ... I can no longer help you. Everything's up to you now. I'll be watching from afar to see whether or not people have the power to build their own future. Then I'll come back as Lufia, but I'll forget who I was. It'll be a bit weird.
Salon, you want to come back and I can, like, put you on a bed and pretend you're not dead, and eventually it'll start to smell and the neighbors will notice and they'll call the cops and I'll be sent to a psychiatric ward? No? Well, I guess you better stay. Check it out! We actually get to go back to the item screen here. Do I have the gear that the others were equipped with? No, they took it with them. I can't use the egg sword. Crap. That's not gonna help me. What about this? That's where we actually need to go. And now, herein lies the rumors. People used to say that if you have the all the Iris treasures, that in this sequence here, there's a new path that's opened up that isn't open now, and that it leads to Eric the Absolute, and some kind of final boss battle with Eric. It's like a one-man boss battle. It's Maxim versus Eric the Absolute by himself. This is hogwash. Eric the Absolute never appears in the game other than the prologue. He's mentioned a few times, but he doesn't appear. Everyone kind of thinks he should appear because Deus is such a lame-ass final boss, but Deus is the final boss, folks. That was it. This game ends with a massive anti-climax, which is a shame, because I really do like the story of this game. I like the old SNES RPGs where they, you know, gave us some fun characters and plots and stuff. The game's just got a lot heavier, it seems like, in the later years. Final Fantasy VII is largely responsible. But this is before that, and it still was, for the most part, pretty light, although it had some serious moments, like, you know, this, when Maxim is trying to talk and I'm ignoring him. This must be the Mystic Stone. Alright, here goes. He's using his own aura to destroy these stones, which is the only way to save Parcelite, but he's been warned that it could kill him. Breaks the first Mystic Stone. 2 more to go. There's no treasures. There's no monsters. Any perceived time limit that you're getting from the fact that clouds are moving and the music sounds tense, it's illusory. You can't lose this sequence. You'd have to, like, literally reset your SNES. You can't lose. It's like a precursor to the ending sequence from Final Fantasy X, in a way. If you remember that, how that game ends, there's like a sequence you have to play through but you can't lose. And I don't want to tell you any more about it since I'm planning to LP that game, but this is kind of like that. Can't actually lose. Second one. Yep, we breaks the second Mystic Stone. Alright, 1 more to go. I think the specific... Is it here or is it in the 3rd room? No. This exit you can go through. In the 3rd room. Yeah, here we go. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, there's the stone you actually break. This is marked like a door. And the rumors that used to go around and circulate on the forums back in the day was that if you have all of the Iris treasures, that you could open that door. I didn't get all the Iris treasures this time, folks. And I can now pretty much guarantee you I won't because I'm about to beat the game. But I've had them before. Doesn't happen. Can't fight Eric. There's no other ending but this one. No alternate endings, no multiple endings. This is it. This is the last one. Darn it, I'm not strong enough to stop this. Dual blade. I really shouldn't have equipped it. This should have been the only time it showed up. Alright, I'll use all this power and strength. Alright, I'll use all the power and strength I've got left with you. Lend your power to this. Lend your power to mine, and this, my final blast of strength, dual blade. For hate's sake, I stab at this rock.
Kirk, the botany babe.
So he used the dual blade to destroy this thing and alter the course of the island. So now instead of crashing into Parcelite, it's going to crash into another town. It's also full of people who are innocent and don't deserve to die, but it doesn't have Gyros in it. Salon, I changed the course. Parcelite, our Gyros will be okay now. I'm tired. I'm so tired, Salon. Let me sleep for a while next to you. Hey, it's another Sinistral. Oh, no, it's not Maxime! Salon, is that you?
I'm here to invite you to join me in the afterlife. You did it, Maxim.
Yes, I did, didn't I, Salon? Pretty badass.
Let's go, Maxime. Let's go to our son and...
Yes, let's do that. And... he's dead! Oh. Oh, Maxim. He was a legit badass. I came to really like Maxim by the time this was over. All the characters had their own personalities, but he was kind of the least dipshitty member of his own party. He's kind of the one who had some sense. And we see all that cool stuff from Lufia 1 we didn't get to explore in this particular game. Oh wow, the island really is going to crash into... Oh, never mind, that was Parcelite. They've just deflected it away from there. Okay. And their spirits or ghosts or whatever they are going off to the end of time. Eventually, those two will rematerialize along with Gypsy and Magic Voice, and I guess Crow was yellow. But those do appear to be like the things that Mike and Servo turned into at the end of the Comedy Central series of Mystery Science Theater, when they thought they were never coming back, and then they did, and had a few years on Sci-Fi.
Artia, I forget how I talk now, but...
Milka, I'm home.
Artia, your eye, you hurt your eye. I must treat it right away. You'll be a pirate.
Flesh of my father, blood of my mother, how can I abandon this? And then he eats his eye off of the arrow tip. It's pretty badass. I'm alright, this won't kill me.
Artia.
I guess this is explaining why he was blind later. I figured he was blind because he was like 1,000,000 years old. But then again, elves are supposed to live longer than humans, and Guy was still kicking when Lufia 2 or Lufia 1 starts, so I guess not. Now, Milka, do you feel like going to a city called Tanbell?
Well, I mean, if I knew anything about it, I might.
We gotta go eat dinner with Guy.
Tanbell?
That's where Guy lives. I promised I'd come to his party after this battle. There's gonna be dancing girls. That'll be icky, but I'll be able to enjoy the food.
If it's okay if I go with you?
I'm supposed to bring all my friends, but you're the only one I have. Of course, the time's come for everyone to enjoy this piece together. Aww. So they're not really visiting their old friends, like Goku's ghost style at the end of Dragon Ball GT. They're just kind of flying around and their friends are randomly happening to do stuff. No, that's Tanbell. I guess they are kind of passing over their friends. I don't know if they're visiting and watching their friends, or if we're just seeing what's happening in the towns they happen to be passing over and not paying attention to. Whatever. Hey, Hilda, Jesse, I'm home. And that was Jesse, but how did I... Oh, yeah, I made it talk Jesse. Oh, I'm home. When that island started to fall, can you imagine how I worried? Can you, Gorilla? I'm so sorry, Jesse. What's going on? It's not like you to be so humble like that. It's also not like you to remember who I am.
What happened to Maxim and Salon?
I'm sorry.
What happened to Maxim and Salon, my brother?
Oh, that's right. We were supposed to celebrate after the battle. So everybody's coming, Gorilla. Yeah, Maxim, Salon, Tia Deca, and that old man Alexis will probably come too, even though I didn't invite them. Wow, sounds like a big party. I wonder if we still have enough rooms at the inn. I wonder if we'll have to call Captain Freedom out of retirement to re-enter the gladiator sport. Anyone know what I'm talking about at all? Well, if not, bring them to other people's houses. You can use anyone's house for this. I thought there was like rules against that sort of thing. What do they used to call it when the British would force Americans to quarter troops in their homes? And that was like one of the big things that American Revolution was about. No, well, I forget it. I don't remember the historical term. Wow, Hilda barely got to talk. That's too bad. She'd been recovering from, like, being kidnapped and beat up or whatever for, like, most of the game. And now Bound Kingdom. I guess Dekar is going to get to do something, because I can't imagine there's anyone else in Bound Kingdom we're expected to care about. I don't feel the evil energy in the island anymore. I guess you did it, baby. Screw. Max defeated Deos. He is great indeed, truly different from all the warriors. And of course, he's the second strongest man in the world, you see. Gee, I wonder where this is going. Second? Who's first? Shut the fuck up, man. Me, of course. Oh, yeah, that's right. So you think Max will come to this castle? Of course he will. He has to. We haven't had our match yet, baby. That's great. I can't wait to see him. Yeah, and I guess I'm supposed to go to Tanville, but nobody told me about it. Why are you leaving Wolfman Jack out, baby? Rock'n'thropes need love too, daddy. Screw. I'm blanking on the name, but Bobo's throwing in Squirrel in one of his LPs. Dragoon something or other, because there's like red text. It's pretty awesome. He also gets to do a Christopher Lambert voice, which is rockin'. Check that out if you get a chance. Dragoon Legend, I guess it's called. I'm blanking on it now, though. Doom Island has changed course. It's not going to fall on Parcelite. I see. That's too bad. The destruction of Parcelite would have created a political vacuum from which the Reich could rise. I calculated the falling point on the new course. It's heading beyond the strait to Westland. Westland? To Westland? Is that far? Yes. Whereabouts in Westland? It should fall in the sea northwest of a village called Alsi. Oh, come on! Look, you can't give us a world which you can circumnavigate north, south, and east, west, and then say that the island fell on the world map where Lufia 1 set. I hadn't made a big deal about complaining about it, but it's already, like, ridiculous that the continents are in completely different positions and the cities are completely different between Lufia 1 and Lufia 2. And now they're trying to join them together? I mean, come on. They were already screwed. There was really nothing they could do. They were screwed because Lufia 1 had a circumnavigable map, which means that you couldn't really make Lufia 2 be set in some really faraway region of it. They gave us a circumnavigable map. That means they gave us an entire globe. I appreciate the effort here. I really do. I shouldn't be so hard on them. But, yeah, if you were going to pretend that this was, like, really the same planet in a different section of the world from Lufia 1, then, yeah, you really needed not to call my attention to this problem, or you needed not to have a circumnavigable map. Now, the only game I can really think of that did a sequel that really, well, modern, I guess the Dragon Warrior games did it pretty well at one point, but, of course, Final Fantasy X-2 has the same world map as Final Fantasy X, but that's one of the reasons the Final Fantasy games don't connect to each other, because they can make a new world every time. Anyway, way off on a tangent here. I see, I guess I see. Sorry. Had a little digestive thing happen there. I see. I guess I must go to Westland. But first you should go to Tanville for a big party, am I right? How did you know about that? I know everything. The ship is all set to leave. I wish you folks were this enthusiastic all the time. Ha ha ha. I don't see why the Russian scientist isn't a lady. They could have had a romantic angle. I assumed that was what was going to happen until they started using the male pronouns. And who's left? Well, there's only one character left, folks. Oh, and she even gets the music to fade. Oh, that's nice. At the last minute, Tia becomes relevant. ...
What's wrong, Tia? What? No, nothing. Nothing, really. Are you crying, Tia?
Remember, she doesn't cry anymore, folks. She doesn't cry. She told us that right before she left.
Eh? Yes. I guess I am. It's strange. I haven't cried for such a long time. But I just chopped some onions and... Are you sad about something? You look like something awful has happened. Well, she's crying. What the... No, it's my allergies. I got some dust on my eye.
I'm no longer controlling the flow of the text.
I don't know. It's funny because I don't know, but my tears won't stop. It's like I can sense the ghostly hand of Maxim taunting me. Cry when you want to. Don't worry about it. Just cry. Big boys don't cry.
The ending music.
When you're feeling sad or in pain, you should cry at everything.
It's alright to cry. Crying takes the sad out of you. It's alright to cry.
Yeah, thanks. I didn't ask you, nameless character. If only I had a confidant who wasn't a generic sprite.
Well, that's it, Salon. We're done visiting all my old flames.
I thought you would have had more than that, Maxime. And I didn't think the Deckard and Guy counted.
Well, they weren't old flames. We visited more than just my old flames, okay? And Jaros. I imagine he'll get a visit. He is, after all, their spawn.
Mamma mia. Oh, yes, Jaros. I am your mother. For all intents and purposes from now on. Mamma mia. It's me, Jaros. Were you having a dream about your mother? Don't worry, she's dead. I mean, she'll be back soon. In ghost form, to haunt you. She will demand that you get revenge against her killers who killed her with ear poison.
That would be Hamlet.
Your father and mother saved this world, so you better not live up to that.
Mamma mia.
Just what I needed. Are you smiling?
What the hell? I'll fix that.
Soon they'll be back home soon, Jaros.
And now it's easy listening music, and they're sprinkling pixie dust on the town. This inadvertently blights the crops and causes all the people to starve. And that's it, folks. You don't fight Eric the Absolute. You don't have some kind of special ending where you can save Maxim and Salon. The game ends up pretty much exactly as you expected from the prologue of Lufia and the Fortress of Doom, except that there's a little tacked on addendum where Maxim saves Parcelite, which you don't even know about in Lufia and the Fortress of Doom. You don't even know about Jaros in Lufia and the Fortress of Doom, although it's mentioned that Maxim has descendants. But yeah, you save the town by sacrificing the last of your energy, blowing up the crystals, although frankly he was in an island that was flying and was about to crash into the ground, so I don't think he was going to survive anyway. And Salon was dead, so it would have been kind of depressing for him to go around. Ooh, Trick Constructor. They must have been the guys who devised the spell that increases your attack power. Or those mimics. Or possibly they were the ones who came up with the world's most difficult trick. But yeah, it would have been kind of sad for Maxim to survive without Salon. Not that that means it was good that he died, but, you know, actually, wouldn't have been sad at all. It picked up with Tia. Nice. Because I liked Tia. I thought she deserved a little bit of Maxim loving, but I didn't have any problem with Salon either. So, hey, what could be better? One of them has to die. And that way they both get a chance to love Salon. Maxim, it's perfect. That's how all these stories should resolve themselves. I don't watch Twilight, but it's obvious. She needs to get with the werewolf, have a couple of happy years with the werewolf, then the werewolf can just die, you know, silver bullet or whatever, and she can give it the vampire. Everybody's happy, except for the werewolf. But the werewolf got to be happy before he got shot with the silver bullet. Perfect. That's the Lufia 2-way, except of course that didn't happen in Lufia 2. Maxim just died. But Tia got to cry again. And hopefully she found a nice boyfriend that she could terrorize with whips and phantom fish and anything else. So that's it. Game's over. I didn't really plan on getting this far tonight. Now it's way too late. I should have stopped an hour or 2 hours ago, really. And I didn't really have my customary chance to think about what I was going to say over the credits. I've said repeatedly that because of the new games that I have the ability to play, that I was kind of ready to get to the end of this so I could start something else. And I've said repeatedly that the game doesn't deserve that, because this is a good game. Puzzles were really fun. The world's most difficult trick was too difficult for my liking, but, you know, it's totally optional. None of the puzzles that you have to solve to continue were really, really bad. Some of them are pretty hard for kids. And I've definitely heard people complain, at least one LPer complaining that some of the tricks, some of these were like in the days before GameFAQs, where you couldn't just sort of give up and look up the solution and keep moving. It was a bit much. So maybe I'm just like, you know, Mr. Super Genius Man, but I was able to progress through the puzzles pretty well in this game. So that was cool. The puzzle element was cool. Being able to avoid enemies and like manipulate them with the weapons, like the, you know, the arrows and stuff, that was kind of a neat mechanic. It was a change of pace for me to just walk around and randomly encounter stuff. But overall, the combat was just too easy. There was too few bosses that were really a challenge. Champion was too powerful. You can heal your entire party in one turn. Something's got to be able to wipe out party members in one hit before you're in any danger at all. But all that's made up for by the Ancient Cave, which is like a real marathon test of like RPG skill, in my opinion. Very badass, very cool, and pretty much unique at this point. Often duplicated, though. People have copied it since. Azure Dreams is basically the Ancient Cave made into its own game with dating sim tacked on the side, so that's pretty cool. That's the legacy of this game. Pretty much the last plot story in the Lufia series. There's games after this, which I think didn't really do the whole story thing so much as just adventure game mechanics stuff, but it's a good game. Solid effort. One of those classic games that competed with Final Fantasy series, but just doesn't get as much credit and isn't as well remembered. But it deserves more, because it was pretty freaking cool. So we're just going to sit here and stare at the end screen for a while, because I'm almost positive that there was a post-credit sequence, just a little short one. I think any minute now, if we wait, we're going to hear Revolver Ocelot is going to call the president and say, "Yes, thank you, Mr. President." At least I thought he was. I just got done talking about how this game is cool and I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I like the characters. I apologize if Dekar was my weakest Wolfman Jack ever, but I really didn't want to like just howl out in like full volume to do this game because of my circumstance. But the game, you just have to wait a while. You're not from this city, are you? I don't want to click and advance the text in case I accidentally end it. But maybe I'm supposed to. What's your name?
Lufia. My name's Lufia.
That's a nice name. Hey, Lufia, where are your parents?
Dot.
Where do you live?
Let's play. Let's play Lufia and the Fortress of Doom.
Huh?
Let's go outside and play.
Which is a strange message for any video game to give, because by the time you're done beating an RPG like this, when you're a kid, you do have a sinking feeling occasionally that you spent like many, many hours of your life trapped up in your room playing this game. Okay, what'll we play?
Tag. I'll run and you come after me.
Okay, I'll count to 3. Ready? 1, 2, ...
Wee ha ha ha.
Fucking cheater! To be continued. Except that we're actually talking about a previous game, so it's not really to be continued, but I think this is actually the music from Lufia, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. It's a sweet little story, the Lufia story. And I really would love to see the game continue on in some form, but like Breath of Fire, I know there are Breath of Fire games I never played, so I've always got this feeling that there's more to the story. And that's nice to know. I haven't seen everything of the story. I could at any point pick up Breath of Fire and have another adventure. And there's a little part of me that's sad, because like Paladin's Quest, now that I've beaten Lennus too, Lufia, it's been this way for a lot longer. It's over. I've seen all the Lufia there is to see. the GB Advance game. I've read about it. I don't think there's a story. I think I've seen the whole Lufia story, and it's a sweet little story, and it's fun, and it's nice, but it's over now. Hope you enjoyed it, though. I'm gonna frame skip a bit just to see if there's anything else to see. It doesn't look like it. Let's hit start. I was pretty sure there was another screen where you get your stats or something. Maybe that was only in Lufia 1. Okay, here we go. Lufia report 1 of 3. Number of defeats. Maximum 5. Wow. I didn't think I got defeated that many times. Salon 1, Sky... Okay. I must have used frames, save states or something. I would have thought Tia would have died once. Because of the time that we were all defeated by Gades. Oh, no, this isn't like the entire party's defeated. This is just KOs, period. Huh. I can see I only got... When I didn't load... Well, saving and loading states sort of changes things. But already only in the game near the end, so that doesn't matter. Dekar is a tank. Tia never got killed. That's actually kind of impressive to me. Let's go to page 2 of the report. How do we do that? Playtime, 32 hours. Yeah, I'm sure it was more than that with the ancient cave and stuff. Unlike loading state, number of states, 16 number of battles, 2,207. Jesus, JG, get a life. Number of chests open, 161 of 164. I missed 3 chests somewhere. I got so close. Win number against D-Egg. What? I don't know what that means. Oh, I can't believe I missed 3 chests. I wonder where they were. Oh well. Ancient Cave. It counts separately. And yeah, you see, I spent way too much time in the Ancient Cave. A lot of that's because of frame skip, though. Like, you know, it's like a minute was passing every couple of seconds when I was frame skipping around. Went in 5 times that are actually registered and recorded. Win number against Master 0? What? I beat the Master. Oh well, this is well and truly it. I'm a little confused by some of these stats, but who cares? No big deal. That's it for Let's Play Lufia 2 Rise of Sinistrals, the last Lufia game I have any intention of LPing. If you really want to see me LP the other ones, do some research into how I would go about doing that. But I don't have any of the portable systems, and I don't have any emulators for them. And I don't really think it's probably worth the effort. But I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope the fact that the ending we kind of saw coming from a mile away didn't wreck it for you too much. The fact that I couldn't do voice acting at full-blown volume. And all these little things. I keep apologizing for things that I'm hoping people didn't have a problem with at all. I'm hoping you really enjoyed it. I had a good time doing it. And that is, of course, the first thing. If I'm not having fun with it, you know, it's great if you guys enjoy it too. But if I'm, you know, LPers not having fun doing the LPs, they really shouldn't be doing them. And I had fun with this one. Let's get out of here now, though. This is it. We're going to be back soon for a new LP, depending on how much patience I have and how long it takes it all to get uploaded, because I recorded a lot of this in advance, and I'm relying on Bobo the Vulture to do the uploading for me while I'm overseas. I may or may not have some feedback from you guys about which RPG to play next. But I've got Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It'll be in full swing. By the time this is posted, RTK 10 will have been going for a while, I'm sure. And that'll be my primary focus, but there will be more RPGs to come. I hope you guys have enjoyed them. By all means, if you're a fan of my RPG LPs, give me the odd comment or you know, PM or something, because it really warms the cockles of my heart to get those PMs praising those, because they are the ones that seem to get the least attention, and I really do enjoy doing them. That was the first thing that I ever LP'd when I started LPing over a year ago, was an SNES RPG, and I still kind of consider it my wheelhouse, as it were. This is where I came from. Straight OG representing SNES RPGs. Anyway, folks, this has been Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals. I'm the Mysterious JG. I want to thank you as always for watching, and I hope you'll tune in for whatever comes next. And may not have had Sexy Donald, and Amon might not look quite as cool as he did in Lufia 1, but we did have Wolfman Dekar. And that's something that we should never forget. And of course, I don't know if the joke was completely stale by the end, but but it was always fun to alternate between two different ridiculous voices for Salon. She became my favorite character by the end of this thing, and the one that I always looked forward to having dialogue. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.